Hey everyone, it's Mark Wiens, and I am a traveler and a food lover. I am in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam right now, which is also known as Saigon, and this is just an absolutely action-packed city with so many things to do, so many things to see, and so many delicious foods to eat. I'm going to be exploring some of the best and most exciting things to do when you are in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. So keep watching this video. We are going to explore this amazing city together, and hopefully this video will give you some great ideas about some things that you can do when you visit. Right now I'm at the Binh Tay Market. I think they have everything here that you could want, from clothes to food to snacks, and even like cookware. This is a great place to buy cookware. But anyway, lots and lots of things available at this market. And there's a beautiful food court as well where you can stop to eat breakfast or lunch. It's kind of a square market. And then in the middle is a like Chinese garden where you can come to relax. This is a great market. I'm loving it. I'm at the Thien Hau Temple in Saigon in Chinatown, and I think this is one of the biggest, most well-known and important Taoist temples in this area of Saigon. Many people come here to buy these coils of incense, and then they hang them. A little piece of ash just fell down right beside me. As you can see, a bunch of smoke coming from the incense over there. I'm standing on the balcony now of the Ho Chi Minh City Museum, which I think previously it was called the Revolutionary Museum, but it's just 15,000 dong for entrance. Part of the beauty of the museum is just the building that it's housed in, which is a neoclassical building, which I think was built in 1885. It's a beautiful building, and within the museum, you can find all sorts of exhibitions about the history of Ho Chi Minh City, as well as some Vietnamese cultural traditional exhibitions as well. And it's a place that you can go to learn about the history of Ho Chi Minh City and Vietnam. I'm at the Bitexco Financial Tower, which is by far the tallest building in Saigon, making up the skyline. There are two options when you come here. You can either go to the Saigon Sky Deck, which I think is on the 49th floor, or alternatively, you can go to a cafe, which is on the 50th floor, and you can buy a drink or a snack there and get the same great view. So I am on the 50th floor now, and I just ordered up a little cup of coffee, a ristretto. Oh yeah, that is strong, but the views from up here are pretty amazing. We're on the 50th story, of course, so you got a really nice view. Unfortunately, this is not the clearest of days I chose to come here. It's sort of raining, but it's still a good view of the city. I am at the Independence Palace, which is also known as the Reunification Palace. And this is one right in the heart of Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, one of the most important attractions, landmarks. But formerly it was the main seat and house of the President of the Republic of Vietnam. And now they've turned it more into a museum, although I think they still use it for government meetings and events. I think they're having actually a meeting right now as we were inside. But you can really go to many different floors, and the basement was probably one of the most interesting parts. I am at the Notre Dame Cathedral, which is right in the center of Ho Chi Minh City, and this is one of the most important landmarks and churches, Catholic cathedrals, built in the neo-Romanesque style. The most noticeable features of the church are the 40-meter high tower spires, the duo of them on either side, and this is a beautiful cathedral. and just a really great environment here in Ho Chi Minh City. So this is a place you must visit when you are here. Right now I am at the Central Post Office in Saigon, and it's actually right across the street from the Cathedral of Notre Dame. One of the reasons it's very famous is because the architect was Gustave Eiffel, who also designed the Eiffel Tower. And actually you can buy a postcard to send it from here, but there's also some souvenirs. It's sort of turned into a tourist attraction, but at the same time it's a practical tourist attraction, and it's a really beautiful building. The green wrought iron gates, and what I also really like about inside is the beautifully tiled floor. Right now I am at the War Remnants Museum, and it's actually very close to the Independence Palace. This is not a fun or exciting place to visit, but it is a place to come to pay respect and to remember the brutal history of the war in Vietnam. Outside are many displays of tanks and military weapons and vehicles, and then inside it's actually mostly exhibitions of photography showing the horrible events and just the terrible violence that was a result of the war. I'm standing outside the Saigon Opera House, which is one of the most recognizable landmark buildings in all of Ho Chi Minh City. And it's a really beautiful building built in the French colonial period. I think it was built in 1897, but they also still have a show here. So you can purchase tickets to go to the show and then see the inside of it, or you can just see it from the outside and just admire the architecture and the French colonial building. Right now I am on Dong Khoi Street, and so this is one of the most famous streets in Saigon, especially for its upscale shopping malls and boutiques and hotels. So if you're looking to do some upscale shopping and get some fresh designer wear, you definitely need to come and explore the Dong Khoi area in Ho Chi Minh City. All right, I just came into the Saigon Zoo, which is also on the same property as the Botanic Gardens. So far, it's just a really beautiful tree-lined, big, huge trees. It's really lush and green and cool and quiet and peaceful in here compared to the loud, rowdy, motor scooter-filled roads outside. The zoo itself, the animal displays and cages are not fantastic. The animals don't look too happy, but definitely the grounds and the Botanic Gardens are beautiful. I think that's what's worth coming here for, is definitely the Botanic Gardens. Many people are like relaxing on the grass, having picnics and taking naps. There are a few different coffee shops around, as well as places to eat ice cream and even a full food court. So I think this place is definitely worth coming just to walk around the really nice and lush gardens and just take a break from the outside scooter motor traffic. All right, I am at the Museum of Traditional Vietnamese Medicine. I think she said it's the first private museum in Saigon, or maybe even in Vietnam. I mean, it focuses on Vietnamese traditional medicine, holistic medicine, lots of herbs and natural remedies. Vietnamese medicine is very influenced by Chinese medicine, and yet at the same time it pulls together Vietnamese medicine from the north as well as the south, and also throughout Vietnam. This is just a very impressive, peaceful and quiet museum, and I think this is a great place to visit when you're in Saigon. She said that I can try on some traditional Vietnamese medicine man clothing. I am a Vietnamese medicine man. Whoa, this thing is heavy. Whoa, you could lift weights with this thing. I am at the San Art Gallery in Saigon, and this is one of the few independent, non-profit art gallery creative spaces in the city. If you are a lover of art, when you come to Saigon, you should definitely check out one of either the San Art Gallery or there's another couple of art galleries as well in the city that you should check out. We are at Turtle Lake, which is this roundabout right in the heart of Saigon, and this is a very popular place for especially young people to hang out. It's so action-packed, but people are nice and people are just all having a great time. I think that's one of the great things about Vietnam, is that people genuinely have a great time and enjoy socializing and just hanging out, and I think just enjoying life. Right now I am at Binh Tay Market, which is right in the center of Saigon and surrounded by a giant roundabout. This is one of the most famous markets in the city. Basically everything you can imagine is available to purchase here. Souvenirs, food, there are lots of like dried fruit and snacks, and as well as there are some food stalls as well. But this is a very central Saigon market that you should visit when you're in town. I am in the Phu My Hung area, or sort of a district. It's an upscale area of town, but it's also a newly developed area of town. It's a really nice place to walk around. It has a totally different feel from the chaos of central Saigon. It's much more relaxed and not nearly as busy with traffic. One of the most famous things is the Starlight Bridge with a waterfall that lights up in a rainbow of different colors. That is supposed to be one of the most romantic places in Saigon, so if you are looking for a great hangout date spot, you might want to check it out. I just bought my ticket to the Vietnamese traditional water puppet show, and I'm at the Golden Dragon Water Puppet Theater. So now just waiting. My ticket is for the 6:30 p.m. performance, and I'm excited to see this traditional art performance. I'm at the History Museum, the Vietnamese History Museum, and it's actually right kind of in the same property as the Botanic Garden and the Saigon Zoo. The museum goes through the history of Vietnam, starting from the Bronze Age period. There are lots of pottery, lots of porcelain, weapons. Also inside the museum, there's a big collection of Angkor Wat sculptures and reliefs and stone carving. So I think that was probably my favorite part of the museum. And so if you are interested in the history of Vietnam, as well as this whole region of Southeast Asia, this is a good museum for you to visit when you're in Saigon. I'm at Shri Restaurant and Lounge, and this is a beautiful rooftop restaurant and bar and lounge here in Saigon. I think we're on the 23rd floor, and there is just a wonderful view of the skyline. But when you are in Saigon, coming to a rooftop restaurant or bar is a great thing to do. It's a relief to get away from the busy, congested streets of the city and to just hang out and relax. There are a couple of different rooftop bars and cafes that you can visit when you're in Saigon, and it's a great way, just to get away from the chaos of the city and just to enjoy the view and the relaxation. I am at the Fine Arts Museum of Ho Chi Minh City, and actually I've been walking around already, and actually I'm quite impressed with the museum. It's very well done. There are lots of exhibitions showcasing art and and especially paintings and sculptures and lacquer work from the ancient all the way to the modern contemporary pieces. Part of the reason I'm so impressed is that it is housed in this wonderful, elegant, and just a beautiful colonial building. So definitely, if you enjoy art, this is a museum you're not going to want to miss when you're in Saigon. I am at the Jade Emperor Pagoda in Saigon, and this is one of the most important Taoist temples in the city. And you can walk around outside where there are some trees and pigeons, and it almost has a cave-like feel to it. It's kind of dark. Incense fills the air, and then you can also walk inside and walk around inside as well. One of my favorite things to do in Saigon is to not only go to one of the big famous markets like Binh Tay, but I think one of my favorite things about Saigon and Vietnam are the amazing local fresh markets where you can just buy everything from fish to vegetables to herbs to noodles. Markets in Saigon are amazing. And you should definitely check out a local fresh wet market as well when you're here. Easily my favorite thing about being in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City is just the absolute sensational amount of food available. So you will find Vietnamese food everywhere, from nice restaurants to the side of the roads to some of my favorite restaurants, which are tucked away in quiet, peaceful alleys, friendly alleys, and you'll just get whiffs of delicious soup. You'll get bathed in smoke from grilling meat. Basically every sense you can imagine will be aroused by the delicious food available here. And it's just a never-ending buffet of delicious things to try and delicious things to eat. So when you are in Saigon, you just do not want to miss all of the delicious food available. That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it, and I hope it has given you some great ideas about some of the things you can do when you are in Saigon. I have actually taken this entire video and made it into a free ebook. So here's the cover of the ebook, and if you click on the cover right now, you can download it for free, and it includes all of these top 23 things to do, plus extra photos and visiting information, but lots of useful tips, and also tips about visiting Saigon. So go download your free copy of the ebook now, and thank you again for watching this video, and I will see you on the next video.